Sarah's now turning her attention to her ancestors on her father's side.
My dad thinks that there are Scottish roots on his side of the family. So I've asked Catherine, who did the family tree for my mum's side, to do one for my dad's side, and I've got it here. So I'm very excited about what this might hold. Okay, let's have a look. So we start with me and we go by my dad. This is good paper. Paperweights. Can't handle it. There we go. So me and my parents and my grandparents. So let's go up on Arthur's side. So Arthur, born in South Shields, okay. South Shields again, okay. And then Lincolnshire. Oh, Scotland, there we go. Oh, he was right. My dad thought there were Scottish roots, but I didn't know. I assumed that it would be maybe just over the border. The Orkney Islands, that's crazy. My geography is based on where I tour, generally. My knowledge of the Orkneys is nothing. 1791, God, that is so long ago. John Malcolm is my great-great-great-great-grandfather. So you've gone a generation further than we did on my mum's side. Hudson's Bay Company, servant. It'd be good to know what kind of servant that was and what kind of company that was and what kind of life he had. I think the best place to find out more about John Malcolm is the Orkneys.
A servant? It's like Downton Abbey. It's so exciting.
The Orkney Islands lie just off the northern coast of mainland Scotland. Sarah's in Stromness, the main seaport, to meet local historian Jeanette Park.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm Sarah.
Nice to meet you.
Now, I found out that one of my ancestors, John Malcolm, was born here on the Orkney Islands in 1791. What can you tell me about Orkney at that time?
Life in Orkney would have been quite hard and poor, but the majority of the population would have lived on the land.
I guess the options, it's quite limited, isn't it, really?
But that was life as they knew it.
So my ancestor, John Malcolm, what I know about him, I know that he was a servant for Hudson's Bay Company. Now that's literally all I have.
Right.
Can you shed any light on that?
A servant was used in the way that we would use employee nowadays. Anything from a labourer to a blacksmith or a joiner.
Okay, worker.
Worker.
Well, that massively changes things, because I was all down to Navy all over it.
Well, you know.
What can you tell me about, I don't know anything about the Hudson's Bay Company.
It was based in London.
Okay. But Hudson's Bay is here, isn't it?
No, it's across in northern Canada.
Oh, okay. Thrown completely. Sorry. So it was Hudson's Bay itself is in Canada.
Yeah.
So what did the Hudson's Bay Company do out there?
They were set up as a fur trading company.
So fur traders.
Fur traders.
In the 17th century, the fashion for fur had led to overhunting in Europe. To meet demand, the French looked further afield and established a fur trade in the east of modern-day Canada. The British were also eager to exploit this new world. In 1670, King Charles II granted a royal charter to a group of London businessmen to form the Hudson's Bay Company. It gave them monopoly trading rights over a vast unclaimed territory around Hudson's Bay. The company needed a hardy workforce, and Orcadians like John, desperate for employment, were eager to sign up.
That was a recruitment poster.
Ah. Wanted blacksmith, joiner and boat builder. Also several labourers apply early. Obviously very popular. It's sort of an advert for an adventure, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit like the boys' own adverts.
It does make it look very exciting, doesn't it? Especially for young men.
Oh, yes. The ships would have left from London and gone up round the top of Scotland and stopped off on Orkney en route
picking up all their employees on the way.
Stromness would be one of the last landfalls before they went across the Atlantic to Hudson's Bay. So it's a long trip at sea.
It's a long trip, isn't it? But obviously worth it when you got there.
It was a 5-year term of employment.
Really?
So
Which must have been so attractive.
And you wouldn't have to pay for accommodation or food out of that, so you basically had the chance to save most of your pay, and they would be able to come home and basically set themselves up in their own piece of land.
Your nest egg, isn't it? Yeah.
And maybe marry their childhood sweetheart and set up a family, so it was a great opportunity.
I suppose it's just the chance of such solid work. I think people these days would snatch your hand off, wouldn't they?
A Hudson's Bay Company ship would arrive twice a year to pick up new recruits like John.
We have here a document.
What have you got? Let's have a look. So what is this?
It's a ship's log from one of the Hudson's Bay Company ships.
Oh, there he is. John Malcolm, 1817. So that makes him 26?
Yeah.
My maths.
something like
My
that.
maths is rough.
He was one of 28 passengers that were Arcadian out of a list of 33.
Really?
They were all starting a new life out in Hudson's Bay.
Passengers from the Orkneys to Moose River.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd love to find out more about what happened to John Malcolm when he actually got there, what sort of things he would be doing. And Moose River certainly needs some investigation, doesn't it? It sounds like it's just a river that's just, guarded by moose. It's very intriguing, isn't it?